So, how did it go? It went well. We got rid of any proof of an explosive. Good. Were you careful not to be spotted? We did get spotted by one engine, but from what I hear, he won't be a problem anymore. He better not be, because if he does become a problem, I'll have you melted into a soup can. Oh please, you can't do anything without your older brothers say so. Get lost, Diesel. Yes, ma'am. Okay, time to move on to the next step of the plan. And what is the next step? Never you mind that. Rude. Grace, you've got it covered here, right? Yep. Good. Boys, it's time to take a trip to the Skarloey Railway. Oh, hello, Henry. How are you? Hello, Peter Sam. I'm good. How are you? How's everybody else? Everybody's good, thanks. However, Sir Handel is acting a little off. What do you mean? He was out pulling his last train of the night and God knows what happened, but the poor engine looks like he's seen a ghost. A ghost? Yikes. No, not a real ghost, silly. It was a figure of speech. He's acting very off, but I don't know what it could be. I'm sure it'll pass though. Anyway, it was nice speaking to you, Henry, but I need to go. See you soon. Hey, how's James doing? He's doing better. He's at the works. He doesn't remember anything though. He has no recollection of anything that happened yesterday. He doesn't even remember waking up, let alone why he was on the middle of the main line. Oh god. Well, I guess it's just a mystery then. Unless he regains his memory, I guess so. Ugh, nothing. Not one thing to suggest foul play. Well, there has to be something here, Boxy, unless you're going deaf. Wait a second. The gang said that they needed to get rid of explosive proof, right? What if they already have? Perhaps. Come on, let's go. This was a waste of time. Ugh, fine. So what do we do now? I'm not sure. Our case has gone cold and the gang has vanished. We're at a standstill. What if you were right? What if it was just kids mucking about? It can't be. You said it yourself. It sounded serious. Oh, I hate this so much. We can't report anything because there's nothing to report. Oh, hello you two. What are you two up to? Oh, nothing much, Edward. What about you? We were just talking about James. He should be repaired in the next few days. Same with Donnie. They're feeling a little better now. It was a gnarly crash after all. What I want to know is why James is going down the main line. It's weird and not like him at all. Agreed. Who knows when he'll remember what happened? He might never. How sad. Well, I better go attend to the governor. See you later, Toby. Anyone else find it a little weird how she's just here? She normally thinks she's way too important to be around us. Agreed. What is she doing with you, Toby? Huh? Oh, nothing. Uh-huh. Look at the sky. That storm is coming in fast. Oh, I heard about that. Apparently it's going to be a big one. Apparently most trains are going to be cancelled tomorrow due to dangerous weather conditions, but I doubt that. I like the cold. It reminds me of Scotland. Well, if all trains are cancelled, why don't you guys come to Tidmouth Sheds? I'm going to be telling stories. It'll be nice for us to just sit around and talk to each other. Sure, I don't see why not. Well, there's no Donny around, so I don't see why not. Sure, I'll bring Duck with me. Excellent. See you guys then. Good morning everybody, I thought I'd quickly pop by, however I won't be here long due to the rain. This storm was a lot worse than any of us had first anticipated. It has knocked out all power, causing an island-wide blackout. All trains will be cancelled due to this as it is way too dangerous. I hope you all enjoy the day off. Goodbye. Wow, that's the shortest the Fat Controller's ever been here. An island-wide blackout? That's crazy! What I want to know is how all power's been knocked out. It is possible. At least we have the day off. Agreed. Well, looks like it's a day of storytelling. So what do we do now? Sit around here and wait for a sign like a couple of idiots? Right now, I think that's exactly what we should do. What I heard outside my shed was alarming, but I've been thinking, what if it was just kids trying to cause a stir? Maybe they knew I was in my shed. It's plausible, but we can't take risks, can we? But anyway, what do we do now? You can come with me for the day. Why? Where are we going? Oh, it's nothing special. Follow me. Gang? Report? What are those two up to? Hi everybody. I bought a friend. I hope that's okay. Emily. Well, isn't this a nice surprise? Funny, I thought she'd think herself too important to hang around with us. Thank you for that, Gordon. Anyway, it's time for some old Sodor stories. Emily, seeing as though you've never hung out with us before and you haven't really heard any of our stories, what would you like to hear? I'm fine with listening to anything, to be honest. I've got an idea. You should tell her the stories of 98462 and 87546. They kind of reflect her own personality. That's enough, Gordon. But to be honest, I've never heard them stories either. Well, that settles it then, doesn't it? Time to talk about the two rude engines who lived here long ago. Back in Sodor's early days, there wasn't many engines around. There was a few, however, like me, Thomas, Henry, Gordon, Eagle, and a few others. However, there was 2 others too. 98462 and 87546, aka Alfred and Croven. They had arrived on trial in 1923, and they were both rude and horrible. Alfred was the ringleader of the group, while Croven was just the puppet. They say people and engines aren't born evil or built evil. However, I think in Alfred's case, this is an exception. Something was wrong with that engine. Something deep inside of him. I don't know what it was, but he was a maniac. Always causing accidents, bullying and harassing others, and so much more. There was something off about him. To be honest though, they were both bullies, always causing trouble. They used to give me and Henry a lot of grief. Yeah, I was picked on for being in an experimental engine, and me for being old. Alfred was also an LNER engine. This was another thing that he boasted about endlessly. He thought he was better than everybody else. To be honest, I'd say he even thought he was better than Croven too. He kind of used to bully him as well, always making him do whatever he wanted. However, this all came to a boiling point one day when Alfred and Gordon had a nasty argument. And this argument resulted in Alfred doing something unthinkable. I'd like to tell this part of the story, Edward. Alfred pulled a Tennant, or I could say Tennant pulled an Alfred, as Alfred decided to destroy my express coaches by smashing into them. That horrendous piece of twisted scrap metal destroyed them. Yes, thank you for that, Gordon. Anyway, after doing this, Alfred would be sent away, along with Croven. This was due to the fact that he had caused many accidents, but I had also reported him for his bullying. The day that he left, he said some words that still stick with me to this day. Edward, you have been a pain in my boiler since I arrived, always being a tattletale and getting me into trouble, alongside Henry. However, I can't forget about the galloping sausage Gordon either. You guys have caused me so much pain and misery, and now because of you I am being sent away. Oh, what utter rubbish. This is all your fault, 98462. This is your fault and your fault only. Oh please, you can't even call me by my name. Is that why I am to you, Edward? Just a poxy number? Well, I'm telling you now, Edward. You won't know where and you won't know when, but I shall come down on you like a ton of bricks. I shall make you pay for making me being sent away. You, Gordon and Henry, better watch your backs. But for now, goodbye, Edward. I'll see you soon. Of course, Alfred was talking out of his tender that day, but his words still stick with me, still haunting me to this day. That engine was a complete and utter psychopath. Good riddance, I say. Agreed, but Croven was not innocent either. He was just as bad. I'd like to see Alfred try and take the 3 of us down, though, or whatever he said. He wouldn't stand a chance. Huh, agreed. They sound like real nasty pieces of work. I can't believe you compared me to them, Gordon. Yes, now that I remember the story, you seem more like a Croven to me. So, he said all of that to you, Edward? Word for word. How do you remember it all? Like I said, his words just haunt me. Can I just say that Andy is basically a modern day Alfred? Percy? I know he's bad, but he's not a psychopath. I know, Thomas, but he seems strange. There's just something off about him. Ugh, Percy, for the last time, there's nothing wrong with my brother. He's just a little competitive, that's all. Yeah, that's one word for it. So, does anybody else have any other stories? I don't have one, but I do have a question. Could somebody tell me the story about the plaque outside Knapford? I've been here a while, but I've only heard chunks of the story. I don't know the full thing or what really happened. Seeing as though we're telling stories, we could tell that one, right? It's not nice to talk about. Agreed. It was by far the darkest days of the island. But what happened exactly? Well, I suppose I could fill you in. Okay, so this is how the story goes. Whoa. Thanks for that, Edward, but I have a question. Where are the Scott kids now? Oh, I presume they either still live here or they've left the island. Oh. Wow. What a tragedy. Wait. Scott. Edward, do you remember their names by any chance? That's a bit of a stretch, Toby. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I do. Their names were Samuel, Grace, and Jacob. I remember their names almost every day. I can never forget what I did to them and how it was my fault. Henry, it wasn't your fault. Yeah, Henry, we spoke about this back then. I know, guys, but a part of me will always feel the guilt. That's it! Henry, you're a genius! Huh? What did I do? Toby, where are you going? Toby, what are you doing? I was right, look! I remember their names the day outside the sheds, Jacob and Grace, and their last name Scott. But no sign of a Samuel though. Oh my god, are you saying that some of these gang members are the children of Daniel and Heather Scott? Possibly. Definitely. But that explains why they might have blown up the clay pits. Revenge. Oh my god, this is so bad. Toby, do you realize how serious this is? We have to report this first thing tomorrow to stop them hat. This isn't just some juveniles causing trouble. This is a dangerous group avenging a psychopath.
You